After nearly 4 years of waiting, hope, and quiet determination, something powerful has returned to the heart of Ouagadougou. Burkina Faso's national stadium, the Stade du Août, has officially reopened, fully renovated, certified by the Confederation of African Football, CAF, and ready to welcome fans and players back home. The transformation has reignited a wave of national pride, and who better to experience it first than the young supporters of the national team, the future heartbeat of Burkinabè football? This week, a group of excited youth proudly wearing the Stallions' colors were granted early access to explore the new face of their beloved stadium. Guided through the freshly restored corridors, stands, and pitch, these young fans were visibly moved. What they saw wasn't just a sports facility, it was a symbol of victory against adversity. A 4-year silence has been broken, and in its place now stands a shining emblem of national unity. The stadium, long regarded as a sacred venue for the nation's sporting moments, had been out of service due to structural issues and CAF regulations. During this period, Burkina Faso was forced to host home games in other countries, a reality that hurt not just players, but also fans who longed to see their team compete on home soil. The wait was long, the challenges many, but today, the dream has come full circle. For the youth who visited, the experience was both emotional and inspiring. One young fan, filled with wonder, expressed that while he had seen photos online, nothing prepared him for what the stadium now looked like in person. "I couldn't believe how huge and beautiful it was," he shared. "It gave me goosebumps. You see the pictures, but being here, it's something else entirely." As they walked through each section, from the seating areas to the modernized locker rooms and pristine turf, the energy was electric. Laughter, shouts of joy, and spontaneous singing filled the air. The sense of awe was clear. This wasn't just a sports tour, it was a spiritual reconnection with something lost and now miraculously regained. One thing that stood out to many was the sheer scale of the transformation. From the newly polished infrastructure to the vibrant paintwork and updated facilities, it was evident that significant effort had gone into this project. The stadium is now equipped to meet international standards, ready not only for local games, but also for CAF-level events. For a country that has often been underestimated, this is a proud and powerful statement. But beyond the physical beauty, what struck these young visitors most was the emotion behind it. Several of them described feeling a deep sense of national pride, not just for the stadium itself, but for what it represents. "This stadium shows what we're capable of," one of them said. "It's proof that Burkina Faso is rising no matter what we face." That sentiment was echoed again and again. There was a collective recognition that this accomplishment didn't come easy. It was made possible through sacrifice, resilience, and the leadership of a government that made infrastructure and identity a priority. "You can feel the love that was poured into this place," another youth commented. "It's not just construction, it's heart, it's discipline, it's belief in the country." Indeed, many of the young visitors took the opportunity to express their gratitude to the national authorities, particularly to those who had the vision to bring the stadium back to life. Some even offered prayers, wishing blessings and long life to the leadership, most notably to Captain Ibrahim Traore, whose name was repeatedly mentioned with respect and appreciation. "We say thank you to the captain and everyone who worked on this. May God bless them all," one emotional teenager declared. With so much emotion in the air, it wasn't surprising that many were left speechless at moments. Some stood still for long minutes, just taking it all in. Others broke into tears, not of sorrow, but of joy. The return of Stade du Août felt like the return of a family member long lost. It was personal. It was historic. As music played softly in the background and the golden sun set over the stadium's tall arches, the energy turned festive. Groups of students danced, waved flags, and sang the national anthem. Others took selfies, posed with the stadium in the background, or simply sat in the stands, letting the moment wash over them. This reawakening comes at a time when Burkina Faso is striving to redefine itself, not just politically, but culturally and socially. The stadium, in many ways, is a metaphor for that effort. Closed off, doubted, and neglected for years, it has now returned stronger than ever, serving as a reminder that the spirit of the Burkinabè people can never be extinguished. From a technical perspective, the refurbishment was extensive. Structural reinforcements were made, seating areas were revamped, the playing field was relaid to meet international quality, and the lighting and safety systems were brought up to CAF standards. The stadium's capacity and access points were improved, making it safer and more comfortable for fans. It's now positioned to not only host national matches, but potentially continental tournaments as well. This isn't just good news for football fans. The economic impact is also significant. With home matches now able to return, local vendors, transport workers, hospitality businesses, and small entrepreneurs around the stadium will once again benefit from the economic activity match days bring. It also creates opportunities for youth involvement in sports, event planning, and entertainment, contributing to local development in very tangible ways. Several visitors mentioned this economic aspect, recognizing how the return of the stadium could support families and empower local communities. "This is going to help the people," one young woman said. "It's not just football, it's food for someone's table, it's work for someone's hands." Above all, this moment represents hope, a powerful signal that, even after long delays and setbacks, progress is possible. Burkina Faso, often portrayed in international media through the lens of hardship, has just delivered a strong message. The country is rebuilding itself from the ground up, and it's doing so with dignity, with determination, and with the dreams of its people leading the way. For many youth, the message was clear. This is our time. The stadium is no longer just a place for sports. It is a temple of dreams, a place where resilience meets opportunity, a reminder that no matter how long it takes, victory belongs to those who refuse to give up. As one final visitor put it, "We've been patient, we've waited 4 years, but now when you walk through this stadium, when you see the colors, the people, the pride, it's impossible not to feel proud. This is for all of us." And indeed it is. At Chronicle Updates, we bring you stories that inspire, that reflect our shared progress as African nations reclaim their pride and chart their futures on their own terms. The reopening of Stade de Août is more than a news item. It is a celebration of Burkinabè excellence, of African ambition, and of what happens when leadership listens to the heartbeat of its people. As the Stallions prepare to return to their rightful home turf, one thing is certain: the cheers will be louder, the victories sweeter, and the spirit unbreakable. Burkina Faso is back. The stadium is ready. The future is bright. Let us continue to celebrate stories like these, not just with words, but with action, support, and unity. Subscribe to Chronicle Updates for more stories of African triumphs. And if this story moved you, drop a comment, share with friends, and consider hitting that super thanks to help us keep bringing the continent's powerful stories to the world. Africa is rising, and this is just the beginning.